morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody. Thank you very much for joining us today. Pretty excited for this session, for the orientation session of the IXL Innovation Olympics, the largest innovation consulting competition worldwide. So pretty excited to being here with you guys. Before we get on, I think we can introduce everybody over here on the call. We got
Maria Pullin. Hi guys, I'm Maria Pullin. I'm a consultant here at IXL Center, and I'm also the program manager of the Innovation Olympics. And right over there in the camera, we have Julija Kaminskaite.
Hello, and thanks, Maria. Thanks, Arnaldo. Hello, everyone. I'm Julija Kaminskaite, and I'm saying hello to you from Lithuania. So I am a business developer at the Global Innovation Management Institute, and in the IXL Innovation Olympics, I'm taking a part at the communication. So you will hear quite a lot from me. So welcome, everyone, to our orientation session.
And I am Arnaldo Arnal. I'll be working with you guys throughout the way. I work over here at IXL as the Dean of Students through the Innovation Olympics, and also as a mentor and consultant throughout the program. So most likely I'll be working with some of you guys in this next competition. And thank you very much for those introductions. Before we move forward, just wanted to give you guys a heads up. If throughout the way you have any questions in particular, in GoToMeeting, you will have access to a question box. It should be right there on your right hand of the screen. If you have any questions about the program or just want to reach out to us and say, hey, Julija, you look awesome, please do so right there through the question box. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, wow, I see a bunch of people over here before we get started. I see, hey, guys, from Duke University. How you guys doing? From Holt University as well. Let's see who else. Somebody else from AIM. Thanks for joining, guys. Es de Aboconi. Ciao. ¿Cómo va? Calgary. Hello, everybody. UT Dallas. Pretty cool. Great to have you guys on board. Pretty excited to start this session. And hi, Troy, and hi, Pier Domenico. Awesome. Great to see you guys on board. So let's kick off this info session. All right, so main objectives of today's session is, number one, provide an overview of the IXL Innovation Olympics program to shortlisted teams. So as you guys know, you guys have been successfully shortlisted. So that being said, some of you might say, all right, what does shortlisted mean? We are still in the process of finalizing, assigning teams to clients. Most of the teams are already assigned. You most likely have already heard from your mentor. If not, you will be hearing from your mentor within the next 24 to 48 hours. But stay put. We will be officially getting you guys confirmed one by one. So stay tuned for some next steps and next emails. Then we want to really get ready for the kickoff meeting with your client sponsor. So some of you might already have your first client sponsor meeting within the next couple of weeks. Some might be within the next 3 weeks. So we want to make sure you guys are ready to hit the ground running and ready to set up that first client meeting with your sponsor. Then we want to provide some guidelines and tips on how to really be successful in this program, because you guys are not here just to compete. You guys are here to win. So we want to make sure you guys understand, especially how to win this competition. And lastly, we're going to wrap up and answer any questions you guys might have. Just make sure there are no questions left unanswered. So the agenda is how we're going to go through it. We're going to do a quick welcome, introduction, program overview, kickoff preparation, and then some communications and next steps for everybody. And if I'm going too fast, which usually happens, please let me know. Just send me a quick message, and I'll try to slow down. So let's introduce IXL Center and the Jim Institute. So you might ask, who's IXL Center and this guy's called Jimmy? Well, the IXL Center is a consulting firm based here, headquartered here in Cambridge, Massachusetts. We are a global innovation consulting firm focused on building capability in corporates, in students, in nonprofits, in organizations worldwide, and really looking to build innovation capabilities to solve these sort of challenges. And therefore, a really strong partner of ours, and is a co-sponsor of the IXL Innovation Olympics, is the Global Innovation Management Institute. And the Global Innovation Management Institute is a global nonprofit professional organization for innovation management. These guys are looking to democratize innovation worldwide, basically looking for ways to provide innovation capabilities to everyone. This is why they are a huge partner and a very, very key, important stakeholder and sponsor of this IXL Innovation Olympics. So, moving forward, introducing the team. Up on your left-hand corner is the only person that you guys haven't met yet is Hitendra Patel. He is the program director and founder of the IXL Innovation Olympics. He started this about 10 years ago, so we've been able to iterate and change and improve, hopefully improve this program for the past 10 years and constantly looking to make it better. And this guy is the one that's pushing everybody behind the scenes to make it happen. You already met Maria, Julia, and I, but just to let you know, there's a bunch of people behind the scenes as well. You got the sales team that's constantly looking for those amazing clients to work for. You got, well, we are part of the recruiting team that is looking to get you guys on board and participating. And then you got a bunch of mentors that are as well going to be working throughout the way with you guys to really make sure you nail down this challenge and make it happen. So moving forward, you guys are here. You guys should already know what the Innovation Olympics is about, but just to give you a brief introduction of what really is Innovation Olympics, we are looking to really disrupt management consulting and disrupt business schools worldwide. Why? Because we're looking to get one large challenge or one particular client that has a very large challenge, which is around their next strategic growth, and we put together 5 graduate schools teams to compete against each other to find the best solution to these challenges. So these are open innovation programs that we provide to clients, but you guys are getting so much more in the back end, and that's why we have been able to make this a sustainable model where clients are happy, students are happy, and also our partners are obviously happy because we're constantly exchanging value throughout the way. So you guys are basically looking to crack these huge strategic next growth challenges. And in this past 10 years, we've been able to see that we have been able to create over $1.5 billion in impact through you guys. So it's pretty excited to be able to have you guys working on this challenge. So a little bit more of the structure of how the program works. You might say, well, if this is the largest consulting competition, how does it work? Because if I'm a team of 5 and I'm competing against other 5 teams, and there's only one client, like why is it the largest competition? Well, basically, you will have one client that you're going to be working with. That one client will have one mentor who's going to be a quality control and connection between you and your client. That mentor is someone that you're going to be meeting throughout the way for the next 8 to 10 weeks, and as a consultant from IXL, providing you further guidelines and making sure you're going in the right way. And then you guys will basically be 5 different universities competing to find the best solutions. Each university then needs to have their own faculty mentor. This faculty mentor is someone that can provide an extra set of eyes and ears and provide some extra guidelines to help you throughout the way. We'll touch base a little bit more about the faculty mentor later, but basically they will help you throughout the way to really make impact and find the best solutions. And then lastly, you got the student teams, which are basically 4 to 6 individuals coming from very diverse backgrounds and very diverse capabilities. Now, this is one client. We are on any given cycle, we're working from anything from 5 to up to 10 clients. So this is why you will be working only with one client, only with one challenge, working against those 5 universities, but in parallel, there are 5 other clients or up to 10 different clients working on side by side. On this one in particular, we are going to be working with 6 clients. Maybe there might be a couple more clients coming in. We literally last night got one more confirmation, so we are in the process of making this happen. This is why some teams are shortlisted, yet we haven't signed contracts with all the clients. So this is why we are still in the kind of slow recruiting process and haven't closed that cycle yet. But in any case, these are the 6 clients that we'll be working with in the Olympics. And the first one over here is Leo Pharma. This is a multinational Danish pharmaceutical company. These guys, they basically are a very large multinational focused on dermatological products. We will be working with their U.S. team, and you guys will be getting to know a little bit more about that within the next couple of days. Well, I'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. Then you got LISC. LISC is a local initiative support corporation. They are a national corporation, but we're going to be working with their local team based here in Boston, basically looking to support economic development, right? Their challenge will be around helping grow businesses in the area. So it's going to be a very amazing social impact challenge to be able to work with. Then you got Advocacy. Advocacy is a Portuguese company. These guys are a software company. They are really pushing on developing high innovative products that tackle complex challenges, and they leverage artificial intelligence to make it happen. So I'm sure if you are in digital transformation or in software development or even in software as a service, you will most likely be interested in working with this guy. Then you got Trelleborg. Trelleborg is again a global engineering group. Maybe you've never heard of them. You might think that they are very small, but they're basically a very large B2B corporation. They're like a $3 billion organization based in Sweden, Trelleborg, and they are looking to work with polymer bearings. So you guys will be introduced to that challenge as well within the next couple of weeks. Then we got Numax. Numax is a national leader in products of natural additives on food industry. They're based in Brazil, and as well, we're going to be working on them to try to identify a new market entry strategy into the U.S. So it's going to be a pretty interesting challenge as well to work with them, working on looking to find innovative business models to make it happen. And then the other challenge that we might be working with is with Royal Dutch Shell. So Shell, commonly known as Shell, you guys most likely have heard of these guys before. We're going to be working with their lubricants team for a challenge around Europe. So we'll be talking a little bit more about that. And again, those last two, we haven't finalized the contracts yet, so we're going to be leading those conversations within the next couple of weeks. So these are some of the ones that are the teams that are shortlisted but haven't got assigned clients yet. So we'll talk about that in a little bit or within the next couple of weeks. So then, now back to you guys. We are going to be working in this cycle for now with 16 different universities worldwide. So it's pretty exciting to see teams again from Asian Institute of Management, straight from Philippines, NYU, Babson, Bentley, UMass, Boston, Duke University, IIM, Ranchi. If you haven't heard of them, look them up and be scared of them. They are an amazing team from India. Haskell School of Business, we're going to be working with their executive MBA team. Holt International Business Schools, IE, UC San Diego, Advocacy, IIM in Raipur, another team from IIM, as you see, UCLA, Adelphi, and UT Dallas. So pretty excited having you guys all on board. And who knows, maybe there might be some other universities coming on board as well. So moving forward, quick introduction of the teams and the mentors. And if you see your logo here and say, hey, I haven't been contacted yet, don't worry, you will most likely be contacted soon. These are the clients that we're going to be working with. These are the mentors we're going to be working with. And these are the university teams that are right now allocated to these clients. So with Leo Pharma, I'm going to be the mentor. I have already contacted my teams. There's actually only 2 teams that I haven't had a verbal confirmation yet, but I already talked with the whole team, the Duke team, the UC San Diego, the Haskell team, so I'm still waiting to reply back from NYU. And no, I did hear back from NYU. I'm just waiting from AIM. Then with LISC, I'm going to be working with you guys as well. We're going to be competing against Babson, Holt, Bentley, Adelphi University, and UMass Boston. With Advocacy, you're going to be working with Andrei Meshernikov. Andrei is as well a very experienced consultant here at IXL, been doing many of these Innovation Olympics, and he's going to be working with Holt International Business School, Bentley, Advocacy, Duke, and UT Dallas. There might be some changes in there as well, so stay tuned. And last but not least, Trelleborg, you got to be working with Rohan Sakpal. Rohan is he is the India Principal of IXL Center in India. He worked over here in Boston for a few years, and now he's over there developing business in Asia Pacific. And he's going to be working with Haskell University, Halton International Business School, Duke, IIM, and UC San Diego. So stay tuned. Your mentors will start reaching out to you guys soon. Wait until Monday to get confirmation from them. If by Monday you haven't heard back from them yet, we will most likely, maybe it's because you have been shortlisted and working, trying to figure out, get you on board on another client. But stay tuned, and if you were more than happy to hear from you guys, so you can definitely send us a message, send us an email, and more than happy to talk with you guys on a one-on-one basis. Now let's do a quick program overview, and so let's do a quick program overview. So basically, this competition provides a unique learning experience for individuals and teams, embracing ambiguity, complexity, uncertainty, and diversity. So the number one thing that we have over here is inquiry and advocacy. Why we say inquiry and advocacy? Because you need to come in with the right questions. Anywhere you go, you need to come up with the most intriguing questions to ask to your clients to make sure that you really have advocacy afterwards to come up with your solutions. Second point over here, action experiential learning. Yes, so this is action learning. You guys will be learning an amazing methodology brought to you by the Global Innovation Management Institute and being able to put it into practice through a real challenge. You guys will be working with real clients on real challenges, so this is a great opportunity to make that happen. You will be learning these practical tools and techniques. So these are all frameworks and methodologies you will be able to apply, not only over here in this challenge, but throughout your careers. Fourth, it's a competition and collaboration process. So throughout the first 2 weeks of the program, you will be collaborating with other universities to identify the best insights on your research, and then start the competition, and you'll be able to compete and to find the best solution to that challenge. Last but not least, real-world challenges and stories. It's amazing. I actually participated in the Innovation Olympics as a student about 5 years ago, and it was great for me to, 3 years down the line, looking at what my client had done. They were already implementing it. They were already making it happen. So it was pretty exciting for me to really see that our solutions were being implemented by our clients. So it's great. It's amazing to really see these outcomes that are brought out by student teams, because you really see that this large, you're working with Fortune 500 companies or working directly with chief strategy officers and so on, that they are looking to implement your solution. So it's a pretty great feeling to see them happening. Now, moving forward, a quick introduction of how the process is going to go. Within the next couple of weeks, maybe up to 3 weeks, you will be having your kickoff with your clients. On this kickoff with your clients is the one where we call the innovation intent, where you will be basically understanding where's the pressure to innovate coming from, how big is the growth gap, like how much money do they have to make basically, and what are the types of projects that they're looking to invest in, what's their innovation profile. Then after this, on this session, which is going to be about an hour and a half session, the client will provide you all their information, and then you will have a 30 to 45-minute Q&A to be able to ask to your client all the questions that you might have about the challenge. So it is very important that you come prepared to that kickoff and make sure that to have the most intriguing questions for your client. After this, you will spend 2 weeks. And this is the first collaboration side of it. You'll spend the first 2 weeks working side by side, building what we call business opportunity maps, where you'll be basically trying to assess and get as many insights as possible. After this, you will have your first meeting with your 5 teams and your mentor, and you will be sharing all the insights and the research that you have done. This way, we will all get that much smarter, that much faster. After this, you will spend 2 weeks building what we call fields of play, and you will be presenting 5 different opportunity spaces, or fields of play, as we call them, to your client. So this is, again, you by yourself, by your team, directly to the client. Nobody else will be there. Well, apart from the consultant and mentor from IXL Center, but you will have to present 5 different opportunity spaces for your client to move into in a 30-minute presentation followed by a 10-minute Q&A. And in here, the client will choose one field of play for you to move into. After this, you will spend 2 weeks building what we call business concept. A business concept is something that has a market, a channel, an offering, a way to produce it, and a business model tied to it. So you're presenting again 5 of these to your client on a 20-minute presentation followed by a 10-minute Q&A. The client will provide you feedback and ask for you to move forward with only one of these business concepts. And in there, you will then spend 2 more weeks fleshing out a full-on mini business case to present to your client. Again, on a 20-minute presentation followed by a 10-minute Q&A. So all in all, you will have 4 key meetings where you will be presenting your research and your insights. You will be able to get feedback from your client 3 times, and you will be able to collaborate with different universities worldwide and really learn from each other and see how others are competing over here. So this is just for you guys to understand how will the process go, and this is a sample of a calendar. As you know, right now we are not in 4th of April, of January. We are in January 30th. This is the orientation session, which will then we be starting off with your mentor sessions next week, and the first Jimmy training by next Tuesday 5th. February 5th, if I'm not correct. And so you see, as an example, you might have, there's some teams that might have their kickoff in a couple of weeks, so that's February 13th. Then opportunity insights presentations, February 27th. Field of play, it's March 13th. Concepts, March 27th. Business case, April 10th. And we will be wrapping up by around April 15th. This could be moved, depending on the client you will be working with, this could be moved 1 week back because there are some clients that are coming in a little bit later. So depending on your client's agenda, you might have something very similar to this example. But this is to show you how long this competition really is. We will be wrapping up around the 2nd or 3rd week of April. And one thing that is already stuck in the calendar are those Jimmy webinars. So every Tuesday for the next 5 weeks, you will be able to access this Jimmy webinars where we will basically, the Jimmy faculty will be able to basically train you in the methodology that you will be able to then put into practice with your clients. All right? Do let us know if you have any questions about this. Just to be clear, the opportunity insights presentation will be within your teams only. Like you will be pitching your insights to the other universities, so you'll be sharing your research. But then the other 3 presentations, field of play, business concepts, and business case, are only you and your client. Let's see, and yeah, so just be aware that throughout the way, you are working with real-life clients that have real-life issues to work on. So maybe there's a client that says, you know what, we will have to move this date around. So it's just to be aware that might happen, all right? Yes, flexibility is a must. Exactly. So then you might ask, I see all of this, so what is in there for me? I just want to be very clear on this. You guys are having this 6 amazing value adds. In fact, there's more, but these are just 6 of the key value adds that you will be able to access out of this competition. Number 1, work with senior executives to tackle the case, to crack the case. So you guys will be working with either C-level executives or senior strategy executives to crack the case. It's not very often that you get this opportunity to have a panel of 5 executives to listen to your idea, so cherish that opportunity. Number 2, learn a world-class methodology. This world-class methodology that's being brought in by the Jimmy Institute is taught at over dozens of different universities worldwide. It's taught at thousands of corporations worldwide. There's thousands of individuals that have got certified in the past. And if you go through the training, learn the methodology, and after each webinar, you'll be able to take a quick exam. You'll be able to get certified. So just by that, with that methodology and the certification by itself, that is $2,500. But it's completely for free. You got that? It's free, completely for free for you guys because it's paid for by the sponsors. So that's why it's a great opportunity. Then if you are able to get trained and certified and finish the program, you will be added to the resume book. So the Jimmy resume book is shared across all the different sponsors, all the different corporate sponsors that go through the program, plus all the Jimmy partners, all the different partners they have worldwide. So you will be able to get your resume in there and be put in front of an HR manager to possibly get recruited. And by the way, many teams, many individuals that go through this program end up being recruited by the clients, because we do push the clients to bring in an HR person to the meetings. So it's a great opportunity to showcase yourself, to shine in front of an HR of someone from HR of that corporation. In fact, just to be frank, I actually came through the Innovation Olympics, as I mentioned. I just shined to my mentor, and my mentor said, I want you on my team. So that's how I started here at IXL 5 years ago. So this to prove that the Innovation Olympics does bring you opportunities as moving along in the process. Obviously, we want you guys to have fun and get bragging rights. So, by being the winner, you'll be able to share this either through your LinkedIn or Facebook page, and being able to brag in your university as well that you were able to beat XYZ University. And last but not least, there is money in there as well, obviously. So there's $4,000 for the first team and $2,000 for the second team, respectively. So then the next. I love this chart, because basically we all go through this. So this is what we call the valley of despair and the thrill of victory. So right now, I'm sure that you guys are there on that orange face, hopefully, if not, maybe a little bit higher on that orange face. You're very excited, but there's some very quickly you start going to get some mixed feelings and say, all right, I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work. I'm not sure I really have engaged with my teammates. And then very quickly, you're going to start going very down in your curve after a couple of weeks go in. You're going to start saying, oh, God, I need to set up another mentor session with my mentor. Oh, I got this presentation with my client. My client changed my date. I hate my client. I hate my mentor. I hate my team. But hopefully, very quickly, you will start going up. And hopefully, it's faster than others. But you will start going up. I assure you that. And most likely you will start learning a little bit more how the process, how to work with your team, how to work on that particular industry, how to work on an open innovation platform as this one. And then by the end of the program, you will all, and I am sure because we've seen it, all end up right there very high, which are you guys are done, you've presented, and you're job ready for day one wherever you start. You're going to start your next opportunity. So just be mindful. You will go through this valley of despair. Most likely you will want to throw a computer at a teammate's face. Don't do it. Calm down. If there's any issues whatsoever, talk with your mentor. And we have dealt with this in the past. We have been doing this for a while. We know how to deal with this issue. So talk to us, and we'll help you out throughout the way. So that being said, moving to the kickoff preparation.
Right.
Maria, want to take it over?
Of course.
Awesome.
So you guys are all students, right? So the value of despair type of situation, I think we've all been through that at some point in our life. So just get excited that by the end of it, you guys are going to be smiling as you are right now. So all of these amazing things that Arnaldo has been explaining to you guys about how the biggest innovation consulting competition works starts with a specific amount of steps, right? So where do we start? Basically, students have to go over three main important things before starting. The first one is called the working protocol. The second one is called finalizing the contract. And the third one is the access to the online tools. So we're going to go through all of them right now, one by one. So first, team charter. The team charter is basically our main communication protocol that you guys are going to be arranging within the team. Why? Because we know we highly encourage this diversity in teams, right, where you guys sign up, and we sometimes know that there might be some disagreements and some misconfusions or whatever it is that happens, that we need to align you guys on a team charter. We're going to be establishing your ways of communication within your team. We're going to be agreeing on the schedule of the team meetings with the faculty mentor. We're going to be appointing one person that will be the point of contact with your mentor. Usually the mentors have different ways of communicating with you guys all, but if there's some sort of issue that you guys want to level up, then there should be one person appointed to be that person that communicates with your mentor. Then we're going to appoint a member to be the IT champion of the team. So what does it mean to be an IT champion? We are facing the digital transformation era, and so right now in the Innovation Olympics program, we highly encourage and we push you guys to do two different systems. One is the LMS, which I'm going to explain later, and Eureka software. So the IT champion has to make sure that all of you guys are on board on both of those softwares and ready to use, right? And that person can obviously also reach out to the mentor in case there's some difficulty in any of the two platforms. But the IT champion should be super smart about how it works and has to make sure that all the team is very on board with it. This team charter really helps as a team's letter of intent for the rest of the program. So how does it look like? Basically, this is the way the team charter looks like, and we need this to be signed and ready before we start. So you guys have to fill this out and assign again the roles of each of the members, and then sign there with your beautiful signature that you guys are all in agreement of this. And as you guys can see in the orange color there, it says faculty mentor. So what does this mean? You guys, as you know, to be here and to register for the Innovation Olympics program, you all have to have a faculty mentor. So the faculty mentor really helps us a second pair of eyes, right? So the IXL mentor really takes care of you guys on board and gives you guys more insights, guide you, and so on. But we also highly suggest the faculty mentor as also a second pair of eyes. You guys can reach out to them and say, listen, you're an industry expert, we would like to know your opinion on this, get some more advice, some more organization within the presentation, or whatever it comes as an extra pair of eyes. That faculty mentor is out there for you. So we highly request you guys sign this with your faculty mentor as well. There is a document that your faculty mentor will be receiving in regards to their role in this competition. So this contract needs to be signed and ready to hand it to your mentor before we start. So really, really high priority. And then, of course, you have to be able to get in touch with your mentor. Your mentor is going to assign, based on your schedule and their schedule, what are the best times for you guys to meet. Again, the mentor is going to be confirming, as Arnaldo was saying, some of these preliminary dates get a little bit switched, and you guys have to be flexible to know that this is a real life challenge. So it's not like a university program where it just first and ends, and this is how it does it without the semester. This is a real client that sometimes needs to push a little bit back because they're doing some other important meeting and things change a little bit. So the mentor is in charge of communicating this to you guys and make sure you're confirming the final presentations and agreeing as well on the 1 hour meeting with your mentor every single week. That being said, we move on to the finalizing the contract. So this is non-disclosure agreement, the NDA, the participation agreement, and updating a resume. So what does this mean? You guys are working, again, with a real life challenge. So the client basically is getting all this information, all of these things that we're building, creating all of these insights, all of these different prototypes, is going to be part of them, right? Because they are the ones sponsoring this challenge, and they are looking for these solutions to really implement it and make it come to life, right? So for that case, we need you guys to sign your NDA before the kickoff. This is completely mandatory. And of course, your faculty mentor, as he will be involved and getting to know a little bit more about this challenge, and he will also be invited to some of the main meetings for him to listen in or her to listen in. Both of you guys have to sign the NDA. Then we also have the participation agreement. So what does this mean? By signing this participation agreement, you commit basically from day one of the competition to the end of the project. You also allow us to use your pictures as you guys are either with your mentors or presenting, because sometimes clients have their teams go present physically to their offices or here in IXL Center, depending. And if we take some nice pictures, it basically assures that we can use them anywhere else. Then you allow us to send some information, because our Dean of Communications over there, Julija, sometimes sends some interesting things for you guys to get on board throughout the competition, so you basically agree to the above. Moving forward, we know, as Arnaldo was saying, the bragging rights of being part of this competition, and you guys want to showcase it in your LinkedIn, show it to your different friends, and basically when you're doing interviews, also share the fact that you were part of this amazing, biggest global innovation consulting competition, right? So there's two ways that you guys can look into of how to put this information within your LinkedIn profile or your resume. So all the participants that have a right to work in the U.S. With unrestricted permits can say you guys were an innovation intern at IXL Center. And then on the right side, all the participants of the IXL Innovation Olympics program can use that you guys were contestants in the IXL Innovation Olympics program. This will be, again, communicated to all of you throughout the end of the program, so that when you guys want to put it out there, you guys know what you guys are required to do. And of course, double check with any of your faculty mentors within your university. They usually know in career services what you guys can or cannot use according to your permissions of your student status.
If I may add over here, one of the things that you should check as well is permission from the client to use their name as well. So you will work with your mentor to make sure that if you have, because some clients do not disclose their names or do not want the teams to disclose their name. So, and some clients want, like, even provide a full-on message on this is everything that you can put in there. So make sure to talk with your mentors about that before you state anything on any social media or any particular place.
Some clients are more private than others, and so we do need to respect that according to them. So if it's the case that they don't like the name to be out there, you just rearrange of saying like a manufacturing firm or something more general for them to be peace in mind that we're not disclosing their name.
Yep.
Very important. And then lastly is accessing the tools. So basically it's first conducting research about your clients, and then accessing the LMS and Eureka, and finally the Jimmy Institute webinars, which Julia will jump in and let you guys know. So first off is you guys have to get smart, well, always throughout this competition. But initially, when you guys are reached out by your mentor, you guys will know a bit more of who the client is, what the challenge is about, high level. And so for the kickoff, it's when you guys are going to be hearing the client talk and tell you more about who they are, disclosing some important information for you guys to use and leverage for the challenge, and so on. But before that, you guys have to get smart. You guys have to get there before the client. Get there, have those questions even before the client even considers saying it, right? So that you guys are prepared, you guys seem smart, and you guys really take advantage of this time with the client, because the times with the client are really pointed. And so by you guys being ready, you really get to take advantage of the reins and ask everything that will help you guys move faster, right? So the right questions need to be asked. And again, this part is a collaboration session. So don't worry if you're asking a lot of questions, because all the teams will have their time to ask questions, but the idea is for all of us to get smart, right? Because we're getting to know the client, getting to know the industry, and so it's really important for you guys to align and literally write down some of these questions before that presentation. Moving on next is the two online platforms. One is the learning management system and the other one is Eureka. So for the LMS, it's basically the place where you're going to be able to find out your program materials, some extra videos, everything that your mentor is going to be giving you guys as extra documents. It's on the LMS. We'll be submitting things via the LMS as well. And then Eureka is more of the collaborative software that we have that has the methodology, of course, as a skeleton behind it. And so you guys get to jump in with your team and then basically collaborate there, and everything you guys are finding, you basically put it in and submit it into this software, so that eventually it becomes into insights that you guys can use for the remaining of your presentation. So with this, don't worry, it might seem like too much, two different online platforms. How do we use them? How do we log in? What do we do? Arnaldo and I, we're going to see our faces again. We're going to be delivering an IT webinar, so stay tuned. We're going to be sending out an email for that, so don't worry. We're going to make sure you guys are on track. And of course, the IT appointed person on the team charter has to be present, mandatory, in this webinar, so that he, in case anyone else from the team could not attend, at least that one person is there, present, and sinks in, absorbs all the interesting information, and then lets it out for the rest of the team to learn as well. That being said, now Julia, on the other side, will let you guys know a little bit more about how the Jimmy weekly webinars work every Tuesday. So Julia, back to you.
Thanks, Maria. So here I am again from the other side of the pond, which is called Atlantic Ocean. So talking about the Jim Institute webinars, this is very exciting for me to introduce that, because I'm representing Jimmy for today, and Jim webinars are meant for you to learn the Jim Institute methodology. And Arnaldo told you that that is a methodology that is being accepted globally by various organizations and by over 10,000 individuals as for today. So guys, you will learn this methodology as well, and we will teach you that through Jimmy webinar series of 5 webinars starting next Tuesday, February 5th. One webinar will take around 1 hour, and straight after the webinar, you will have a chance to complete 10-question quiz. If you complete all 5 quizzes after each webinar and get at least 70% as an average score right from all 5 quizzes, you will obtain the Gym Institute certification automatically. So important note in here is that we want our participants to be certified and that to stand as a proof that you understand the innovation methodology perfectly. So please attend those webinars, and in case you cannot attend those webinars, they will be recorded and uploaded to the LMS portal that Maria just introduced to you a couple of minutes ago. And either way, if you cannot attend sometimes, please try to attend at least once in a while those webinars in real time, because we have our consultants from all over the world joining here to represent those webinars, share the insights, and help you with your business cases that you will be working on. And yes, so with that, guys, I also shared already the registration link. Soon after this information session, I will be sending for you email with a reminder to sign up for those webinars, but just in case you already can find it in the chat box, the link. And register now for these webinars, and then we will see you already on Tuesday, February 5th, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, moving forward. So with this webinar, you will obtain Gym Institute Level 1 certification. There are 4 levels of our certification, individual certification, and you will be already completing the Level 1. If you will be interested into proceeding into further steps of the certification, you also will have opportunity to do so. All right, so another tool that you will be using to learn the methodology and maybe to complete the quizzes more successfully is Innovation Management Body of Knowledge. So we call it IMBOK as a shorter version, and that can be found on the LMS portal as well. Moving forward. Additional thing, and I hope you guys are getting now a little bit overwhelmed and see those things as opportunities right now. So we offer for you additional thing, which is a video and mini training on the main on the main tools for management consulting. So in our LMS portal, you will find a very short video and a few materials around management consulting tools and techniques. And these will help you to better present your client and better structure your presentation and get more organized. So guys, go to LMS portal and look for the Management Consulting Institute video and additional materials. All right, so stepping into the last point of our agenda and our orientation session. So talking about the communication. You've heard Arnaldo introduced to you all those benefits that IXL Innovation Olympics offer for you. And we try to help you guys to communicate that to the public. So we prepared this plan. What can you do already now, which you call as before the IXL Innovation Olympics start? What can you do during the IXL Innovation Olympics and after? So before, once you get selected, you actually can make an official announcement that you are participating in the IXL Innovation Olympics. Ideally, we would like to receive your picture, your team's picture, where we could put IXL Innovation Olympics logo. I will be sending for you shortly the official logo of the IXL Innovation Olympics, so you can put that on your picture and post it on your social media, especially LinkedIn. Then during the IXL Innovation Olympics on weekly basis, you will receive IXL Innovation Olympics updates. They will be about the main things that are happening in the IXL Innovation Olympics that you may not be covering during the mentoring sessions. Then also throughout the competition, please report on your progress. What kind of insights you're gathering? What have you observed? What have you learned? Maybe you had some great meetings. Maybe you conducted a great research that you would like to talk about. Just heads up here that make sure you are not revealing any sensitive information that might be harmful for you as your team's performance and also for your client. And then after the competition, you will receive, if you win, you will receive winner's diploma. So we will also make the official announcement about you winning the competition. And then all of you, if you complete the survey, you will receive the participation certification, which you can also share with your peers and on your LinkedIn platform. All right, so just a few more comments about social media. I shared already with you 2 links. One is Facebook page of the IXL Innovation Olympics. So this Facebook page is open for everyone. So we are uploading there quite a lot of information. We are also uploading there the team videos that you guys now created for this for entering this competition. And then we have another thing on Facebook, which is Facebook group exclusively for the IXL Innovation Olympics participants. So please follow our page and join this exclusive group of the IXL Innovation Olympics participants. We will be sharing a lot of information via those 2 platforms. And usually the fastest way to receive information is just go there and check what we have posted. All right, moving forward. Okay, and then final tips about this competition. I think there were plenty already. So this is basically a summary of what we would like to recommend for you. And that falls to basically 3 main calls to action. So first one is setup, then develop and present in setup. So agree on the commitments. You will get this team charter. You will have some scheduling issues, or not issues, challenges, let's call them this way. So agree on the commitments, agree on your schedules with your client and your mentor, agree also on the schedule with your faculty mentor. Then be prepared for your coaching sessions. So whenever you have a chance to talk with a mentor, first of all, know the methodology, and then think what you would like actually to ask from your mentor. Then develop. So use Jimmy exercises, templates, tools, all those things that you can find on Inbox and that you will hear during the Jim Institute webinars. Then conduct both secondary and primary research. So primary research is the best way to get those very unique insights that might be the game-changing insights for your presentations with your client. And also use the secondary research, meaning that access those databases of your university and get some really great statistics, great numbers that you would like to display for your client. Then extract insights. So don't just say data, say why it matters. Don't just say what, say why you actually present that and what clients should do about that information that you are presenting. And present. So when you're giving presentation, visualize that. So you will hear a lot from us and from all our mentors saying that one picture is worth of 1,000 words, and then one story is worth of 1,000 pictures. So make some mock-ups, create protosets, create prototypes, make it visual as much as possible. And final thing, practice, 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 and sell, sell, sell. I think Arnaldo will show you now something. So about practice, sell, sell, sell. The thing is, guys, that most of you will be preparing outstanding presentations that are actually world-class presentations, but then there's one element quite often missing, that the presentations are so good, but then delivery is not that good, and that also can be a game-changing factor. So practice and take this opportunity to learn how to sell for the C executive, the ideas that you have. All right, so with that, one final point.
And if I can add as well, I just want to share this, for example. This is a prototype that...
We cannot hear you that well, Arnaldo.
Yes? No? Nothing?
So what Arnaldo is showing right now is the prototype of labeling created by Health Team. And that was, I believe, a winning team. So they created this mock-up version of how you could package and use 3D printing on the packaging. And that's, I believe, that was one of the differentiators why this team won.
Indeed.
Can you hear us, Julia?
I don't know if that is only me. Maybe the others could say, but I don't hear the team that well. All right, so one final thought. Besides all those things that I told you guys, first of all, have fun. Enjoy those. Enjoy the experience that you have in here. enjoy the people that you meet, learn from the people that you meet. And so whatever you gain out of this competition, the first thing has to be that it's actually, you know, it's tough, but it's very, very fun to be part of the IXL Innovation Olympics. So with that, maybe some final thoughts from Arnaldo, Maria, and then we can open the deck for your questions.
Now, can you hear us now? Can the rest of the
I don't know. Maybe just only me. Could you please put in the question box? Maybe students could put in the question box if they can hear Maria and Arnaldo well. Okay. So same here. Arnaldo, Maria, I think there are some issues.
So 1 second.
Okay, so guys, until you're tackling some technical difficulties, I will answer to a few questions about the Gym Institute quizzes. Thank you for asking. This is so great that you guys ask right now, because if you have this question, most probably the other people have the same question as well. So we will have series of 5 Gym Institute webinars every Tuesday, same time, which is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or EST. You need to register to those webinars once, and then you will be accepted to all 5 webinars automatically. And if you cannot attend those webinars, it's okay. You can watch the recording later. It should be uploaded the same day as the webinar. And then you watch the webinar and you have 6 days to complete the quiz. Now, important note is that once you complete the first quiz, it's open for 6 days, it closes and you cannot complete it again. So then you move to the second quiz. So in those 6 days, you need to find 10 minutes time slot when you can complete the quiz.
Can you hear us now, Julia?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Awesome, great, perfect. Are there any other questions that you'd want to go over?
Yes, plenty. So Troy is asking, is English the preferred language? I believe that's about the program and also about the webinars and so forth.
Yeah, so definitely English is the preferred language. There might be a couple of teams. So, for example, one team is going to be working with a client from Portugal. Another team might be working with a client from Brazil. Another team might be working with a client from Europe. But that being said, everything's going to be run in English. So,
and
yes.
presentations as well. It's very important that maybe perhaps the team members might not have the strongest English. If there's this one person that does, maybe that person can definitely take over and do the presentation, because it's always English for the receipt of methodology and when it's presented to the clients.
Mm-hmm.
So, and with the mentor as well.
Got it. Thank you, guys. So another question is some clarity needed on the intern and IXL Innovation Olympics participants' role. How they can put that on their LinkedIn profile and their resumes. So Maria, could you clarify once again in what cases you can use as you are interning at the IXL Center, and in what cases you can say only that you have been a participant at the IXL Innovation Olympics?
So basically, as you can see in this slide, it depends on your status in the USA, right? So there are some international students that have the permission to work, which is called BCPT, and some students that are from the USA that they can basically work whenever they want to work. So it depends on your situation, but we highly request or encourage you guys to talk to your career services and so on, to say what are you guys allowed to say or not, right? So basically on the left hand, you guys can see that all participants that have the right to work in the USA with unrestricted permits, you get to say you're innovation intern at IXL Center. And then you can say the following description. It says, took a team of 5 people over an 8-week period to deliver. And then depending on the client, whether they allow you to say the name or not, you would put that in there. And then a 10x new growth solution. Place first or second place or third or whatever in the competition. And then on the right hand side, you can see that all participants of the IXL Innovation Olympics programs, the rest of you guys can use a rep contestant in the IXL Innovation Olympics program. There is a big difference between intern and contestant. Intern is actually, it requires a different set of standards, and the contestant is more of a light way of saying I'm participating in a competition with Innovation Olympics. Is that clear?
Guys, And just an additional note, you can also, guys, deviate a little bit from those things. So we had some people stating that they were a leader of the team participating in the IXL Innovation Olympics. So there are very slight deviations, but please make sure that you are not breaching any laws, because we may not have your back. So if someone comes to us and say where you're actually interning and you are not allowed to do work in the USA, we'll say no, unfortunately, that is not true. All right, about the LMS. So,
No,
Maria
wait,
Arnaldo.
I think one question before.
Yeah, so I saw there's a question saying that, so if we don't have CPT, we can't participate. No, so if you don't have CPT, you cannot say that you are working as an intern through IXL Center for X company, but you can state that you are a participant, a contestant on the IXL Innovation Olympics. Just wanted to be very clear on that.
So I believe what we can do, we can already share with you this slide and today's IXL Innovation Olympics update. So you can take a look to that again and already decide what kind of title you would like to use on your LinkedIn profile. Okay, so maybe we can move to the LMS questions because there are quite a few of them. So Maria Arnaldo, students are asking when they will get the access to LMS portal.
Okay, so the access to the LMS portal will be giving out to you guys next week by an email that we'll be sending out from the internal team with your access, email, and passwords and everything. And I am also the appointed person along with Edwin, which again, we have a big team behind us. We're gonna see our three faces maybe in many of our communications and everything, but behind us we have a big team. And so Edwin and I will be helping you guys with any other difficulties you have, either accessing or seeing things and so on and so forth. But also your mentor, you can contact your mentor directly and ask any of those questions, as they are also experts on the LMS.
Okay, and Maria, when they will be able to find the deck of this orientation session and the video of this orientation session at the LMS portal?
So that's when you have the access to the LMS. That will be straight up there, visible for you guys to see it. So as soon as you get the access, you'll be able to jump in and have the orientation session there, as well as the access to the Jimmy courses that Julia was talking to you guys about. And you'll be able to see the entire program outlined there. So there's another, yeah. Any other questions for the LMS, Julia?
For the LMS, not at the moment, but I can ask the other questions if you have about the LMS. You can jump back to the topic. So Maria and Arnaldo, there is another question about having a mentor and about participation in the Innovation Olympics. Troy is asking if they are not contacted by the mentor by Monday, does it mean they are not in the competition?
All right. So again, as a good consultant, I'm going to say it depends. So just to be 100% sure, you can most definitely reach out to us by Monday if you haven't heard back from our side. We are, as mentioned, we are still in the process of signing up a couple more clients. So we might be reaching out to you guys within the next 72 hours, I guess, in order to really make sure to confirm you guys onboarded. That being said, if by Monday afternoon you still have not heard anything from us, you can definitely reach out to us and send us a quick message saying, hey, Julia, why have I not been selected? Or why have I not been contacted? Or Maria, why have I not received my information for the LMS? Definitely contact us. We're more than happy to answer any questions. And we will hopefully try to assess those questions as best as we can throughout an email.
Right, thanks, Arnaldo. So, trying to summarize Shazman's question, that's about the resources. What kind of resources we will give for students in regards of secondary and primary research? Meaning, do we give some contacts of experts to conduct the primary research, or do we give some databases to conduct secondary research?
Yeah, so sorry guys, apparently there's a fire alarm going off in this building right now, so sorry for the noise if you hear it behind the scenes. Hopefully we'll not get burned down. So to answer that question, first one, how to get access to secondary research? Well, you should have access through your university. I'm sure that you have different platforms that your university provides. Obviously, Uncle Google has many resources, but to be frank, the most insights you'll be able to gather is from you doing personal primary research, sorry. So go out and bother your faculty mentor. You can most definitely talk with your faculty mentor, ask him to connect you guys with subject matter experts. I had a team last year that said, last cycle, they were working on 3D printing. And they said, no, I saw that there's an amazing company here in Somerville, in Boston, that they're alumni from MIT, and they're doing 3D printing. They had this pretty cool technology, but I don't know how to talk to them. If you go online and research them and find the name of the CEO and search for him on LinkedIn and send him a message, most likely they're going to say that they're interested in talking with you, because you know what? They love talking about themselves. People love talking about how successful or how cool their products or how cool their stuff is. So go out there and talk to people. Everybody is reachable nowadays, either Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can contact Obama if you wanted to. So I highly encourage you, go out there and do primary research. That's the best the research that you'll be able to get. So
Indeed,
thank you,
an additional observation from our end, what has worked so far, is when students come from the universities and they see they are representing university, let's say Bentley University, right? And they are conducting research as representatives of that university. So companies really open up much more for people who come from academic background, instead of saying that you're coming from a certain competition and so on. So companies may not be that open if they sense there might be some, the insights, the information that they share might be used for helping the competitors win. But if you're saying that you're coming from university, that will help you a lot. So just go ahead and be brave and do your primary and then also secondary research. Okay. Yes, there is a very good question from Taha. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Sorry if I'm not. So the question is, what criteria do you use to judge who is the winner at the end?
Sorry, needed to unmute ourselves. So criteria we use to judge to say who won, well, to be frank, it's all left to the client. We don't do anything on selecting you guys, so don't blame us if you're not selected as winner. That being said, we do provide the client guidelines, and you guys are not ranked #1 for the most innovative idea. No, you guys are being constantly ranked as how great consultants you are. So throughout the way, you really need to demonstrate that you are the best consulting team. So it's how strategic is your approach, how well are your presentations, how really how good of and appropriate next steps. Sorry guys, we have an ambulance coming in, we have fire department coming in and so on. But basically, you guys will be graded at how great innovation consultants you are, and not how great that final idea is only.
We can maybe discuss this again further in our next webinar, in our webinar, or also throughout the program. And of course, guys, any other questions you guys have, I know there are many questions being listed out here. Please feel free to reach out to us at any point in time. You can definitely jump into the IXL Innovation Olympics website and use that chat button there if you don't know who to send the email to, and just ask questions there. We're going to be behind it answering everything to you guys. So time is up, but we're happy to have you guys here. We're very excited to have you guys join this competition. It's really an exciting competition and a great experience for you guys to build up your resume, to learn, to experience it, to take it home with you and use it somewhere else as well. So it's really up to you guys how much you guys take advantage of this opportunity. Any last words, Arnaldo, before you mute yourself?
I think we should leave the building.
Yes.
But guys, go out there, do stuff, like build stuff. Those people that actually make stuff happen are the ones that actually get the best results. So stop sitting in your computer or in a classroom doing research on Google. Literally go out there and do stuff, make stuff happen, and you will get the most results. Leverage your faculty mentor, leverage him to get help. Also leverage your IXL mentor, because he will also be able to provide you further guidelines and help along the way, right?
Julia, on you, we're gonna mute ourselves.
Okay, sure. Thanks, Arnaldo. Thanks, Maria. So first of all, kudos to you guys because you already show for the students what it means to be a true consultant, that you deliver no matter what kind of circumstances you're at. So thanks for that. And thanks everyone who attended this orientation session. 8 amazing weeks are ahead of you. And besides leveraging on all your network, IXL Center mentors and so on, also leverage on your capabilities, guys. You will see what are you able of and what can you do during this IXL Innovation Olympics. And we can promise for you one thing: the way you start the IXL Innovation Olympics and the way you end, you will have so many additional skills and you will definitely change some points of view at the end of this competition. So thanks everyone and good luck in the IXL Innovation Olympics. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.